What's going on, guys? August Young, DocSports.com. Going to cover Monday Night Football NFL today. I'm looking at Washington Commanders, Cincinnati Bengals. Before we get to it, going to let you know what I've got going on over at the website, DocSports.com. Coming off a 3-0 NFL Sunday sweep, as you can see here. 6-1 football week so far. Full transparency, going to pull up a spreadsheet for you so you guys can see exactly how I've been doing. Here's the 3-0 I pulled off yesterday. We had the Eagles +3. Ugly game. But Jalen Hurts winning touchdown drive. Carolina Panthers +5.5. Gotta love that performance. Not a good look for Bryce Young. Kansas City Chiefs on the money line. 3-0 the Chiefs now. Still concerned with their red zone offense though. On Saturday, went 2-0 in college football. UCLA LSU over 30 in the first half. We had Florida State for the big 7-unit. Cashed out on the money line. One ugly game. They did everything they could to lose that game. California did not look good. Florida State looked terrible. But we cashed it. We won outright as well Friday with Illinois +8. Good performance there. Great game. Fun game. Pulled the outright win 31-24. We did lose the Thursday night. We have a Thursday night curse, guys. It's official. We can't get these Thursday night games. We lost that one. I mean, the Patriots, geez. 3 points the whole game. We had the over. The Jets kind of did their part. Aaron Rodgers looked good. I thought they would. And then before that, we had the Bengals. They took care of business last week. +6 over the Chiefs. The last 3 weeks have been pretty good, guys. Last 3 weeks, up $3,255 for a $100 per unit better. You can all have a look at the screen there. I do have a Monday Night Football game going. See if we can go 7-1 this week. That'd be awesome. See what we can get going. If you're not already a client of Doc Sports and you do want my Monday Night Football pick, you can get a daily picks package. Click the link down below in this description. Free $60 for you. You can get today's top pick for Monday Night Football. Absolutely free. Baseball season's been great. Plus $13,550 run. $545 run. 60% run the last 112 for $9,015. Daily props. I just started offering daily props. I've only had one play. We had a big 7-unit last Monday night. Jalen Hurts, easy with the under 230.5 passing yards. MMA boxing, good as always, $7,865 run. Back on September 28th, we had a rough sphere event when 0-2 unfortunately had Grasso and O'Malley. It happens, but I'm transparent. I win. I have nothing to hide. Bad event, but we're always good in the UFC. Hockey is around the corner, and I cannot wait. Hockey is what we do. It's how I got my start in this business. We have a great team, an improved team this season as well. Since I joined Doc Sports, up over 87 units. Ready for a big hockey season. There is an early bird offer going too. If you look here, the season is usually $950. If you get in now, $795 for the entire NHL season through the Stanley Cup. Definitely check it out. All right, so let's get to the game. We're looking at Washington, Cincinnati. Cincinnati 0-2 on the season. Washington 1-1. Feel rough for Cincy. They showed up at Kansas. Lost by 1. We had Cincinnati +6 there. They look good. The flag on 4th down for Kansas at the end to set up the game-winning field goal was kind of rough. First downs were about the same. The passing yards was incredible. 246 for the Bengals. Joe Burrow on point. 258 yards. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. They had issues with fumbles, but luckily they only lost 1 of those. Yeah, they played well. They won the time of possession as well, which is not easy to do against the Chiefs, especially at Arrowhead. Rough to lose that one. It's kind of funny when you look at the Bengals here. They're 0-2. Desperate game for them. They're actually plus 0.3 in yards per play margin on the season. It's kind of rough to be 0-2, especially when you figure Washington have a win and they're negative 0.4 yards per play margin. But let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check out the market here, see what's going on. Always good to have a look, just peek. into line movement and that kind of thing. So Circa is taking the biggest limit right now. As you can see, the S, T, and M as I hover here, just below. I mean, side, total, and money line. They're taking 60,000 on the side. Sports 411 are taking 25,000. Penny are only taking, Penny are taking 50,000, so it's got to be respected there. But 60,000 here. Now, let's see what's happened with Circa. So this thing opened 8.5, nudged to 9. Limits bumped back to 8, 7.5. Some pressure at 7.5 to minus 115. We got some buy back a little bit within a short period of time at the cheaper Bengals price to 7.5 flat. We did nudge down to 7 here at 40,000, but that got bought up to 7.5 again. Seems like 7 would be a good buy price because you don't want to get in at worse numbers. There was a 9 available at Washington at one point. Pinnacle, they got a plus 06 here, plus 106 on Cincinnati, which is very, very solid. There are some 7s out in the market as well. I believe Jazz has 7, 116. You can get DraftKings have a 7 minus 112. South Point 7 flat. 7s are out there. So I'm going to show you what my numbers have. This is the market line at the time. This is mine. So I make the Bengals 8.5 point favorites. If you look, the 7's out there. So minus 7, minus 110. If you make them 8.5, obviously plus 100 because I don't have VIG factored into my number. I just think the number's 8.5. That's a 7.1%, 7.18% edge. So just based on numbers alone, it's a solid buy point on Cincinnati. I also want to say, Joe Burrow, he's not used to this. Let's say he doesn't start seasons well. It takes him time to get going. Same with the Bengals and this team. I don't know what it is. 0-2. This is a desperate game for them, and they're going against Washington, who haven't looked all that good. I mean, their win was only against the Giants, right? I mean, they got destroyed 37 to Tampa Bay. And we saw Tampa Bay didn't look good at all yesterday. And this Washington team is a rookie quarterback going against Joe Burrow in a must-win at home. You know, and one important thing I want to mention is a trend here. So if you look at the win percentage of an NFL team at 0 against an opponent with a win percentage greater than 0, so at least they have a win, and the week is week 3. So we're looking at week 3, winless teams against teams that have a win. They're covering at a 52.1% rate. And if you look at teams that specifically have won and lost their game, so not 2-0 teams. Sorry, I typed that in wrong there. 56.5% against the spread on the Bengals. I just think, now I do think the Bengals stock might be a little high, which is funny for a team that's 0-2. And I think the reason for that is how well they looked and how well they played at Kansas. But at 7, I don't like the 7.5. I hate the 7.5. I would not recommend that buy. If you don't have access to a book that has a 7, don't take it. For example, in the NFL, minus 7.5 is only covering at 44.4% of the time. So it's a big deal. Get the 7. If you look at minus 7, 51.3%. Try and grab that 7. Like I said, it's available at some spots. South Point, DraftKings, Jazz if you have access. I think Bovada. Hang in one. Now, if you do have access, someone like Penny with a plus 06, though, that's a little different because you can actually compare those as well. For example, you can compare is a minus 7 flat or a minus 7.5 at 106 better. It's still going to be the 7. Well, they're actually pretty much very similar. If you can get the 706, it's actually better, just based on pricing. I still wouldn't take it. I just don't like the 7.5 in the NFL. But just showing you guys that as an interesting little extra. So, I mean, South Point minus 7, the Bengals, that is where I would be looking in this one. I like it just based on situational spot. Burrow against a rookie QB, and the fact that my numbers here do give a solid edge. As for tonight as well, I have my final premium play of my football card going in the Jags and the Bills. Obviously, you can get that for a free account. If you're not already a member, link in the description as I mentioned. You can check out that game. But the free play here, we're going to take the Cincinnati Bengals -7. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you like this, and also comment your thoughts down below if you like the format of this video. Would really like to get your guys' thoughts on this. I feel like this is a better way of giving the free picks. You can actually see what I'm looking at, why I'm giving free picks, and give you guys a little bit of narrative too. It's a bit better than just a full screen of me just rambling on. At least you can actually see something. Busy football week coming up here as well, as we can see next week. Lots of games. We've been rolling. Thank you guys for watching. This is August Young, DocSports.com. See you guys next time.